Hey guys, it's Kayla and I'm back with another video, and today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite things, and that is books. I'm a huge reader and I always love sharing my book recommendations, so today I thought I would take you through my favorite books so far of 2021. At the time of filming this, I've already read 112 books this year, so while I can't do a full roundup of all the books that I've read, I thought I would take you through some of my favorites. I mostly read personal development and romance books, so all of my recommendations will be in those two categories. And if you're curious, I pretty much read all my books on my new Kindle Paperwhite. I've been reading on the Kindle app for a very long time, but I finally invested in a Kindle. I pretty much read all of my books through Kindle Unlimited or Libby. Kindle Unlimited is a $10 a month Amazon service, and you have unlimited access to their selection of titles, and there are so many books on there. Not necessarily a ton of big name books, while the Harry Potter series is on there, but there are so many books to choose from and so many amazing indie authors, a lot of romance books. So if you are a romance lover like me, you definitely need Kindle Unlimited. And Libby is a free app that connects you to your local library and lets you rent books for free online. Both apps you can connect to your Kindle and download books on there, which is really nice. Absolutely love this thing, even though I've only had it for a few weeks. I've sold my soul to it already. Okay, last bit of housekeeping, I swear, but I'm finally posting on my Bookstagram, so if you want to stay more up to date with what I'm reading and my book recommendations, you should definitely go follow me over there. And now, without further ado, let's hop into these book recs. I'm gonna start with personal development just because I only have a handful and I feel like those kind of apply to more people. My first favorite of the year is a reread, and that is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I can't even tell you how many times I've read this book. I like to reread it at least once a year, if not several times a year, and it's all about how your daily habits, your daily actions compound to a lot bigger success, a lot bigger results than just one big action alone. So if you need some motivation in your life and you want to know the impact of your daily habits, this is definitely the book for you. I seriously cannot recommend it enough. I reread it all the time. It's not very long, but it's super motivating and super impactful. Another book about habits that I've read this year is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This one is kind of similar to The Compound Effect. It talks about how daily habits are so important, but it kind of goes more into the research or psychology behind it. All the personal development books I've read this year are rereads, so this is another one of those, but I really enjoy it and feel like it's a pretty good read and teaches you more about why habits are so important. And my last personal development recommendation is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. If you are a creative person of any sort or want to be a more creative person, this is definitely the book for you. I totally forgot how much I love this book until I picked it up for a reread, but it's just super motivating if you want to live a more creative life or just think of ways to be more creative in your everyday. Now on to my romance book favorites of the year. All of these books are available on Kindle Unlimited. This is not sponsored, I swear. I just absolutely love the service. I do have a referral link that I will leave down below if you want to sign up for a free trial. I get like a small commission off of it, but I really love Kindle Unlimited and I highly recommend it to anyone who is a reader. The first author I'm going to talk about is one who has been very much in my thoughts and prayers in the last month. Her husband tragically passed away at the beginning of June, and she is an absolute angel. I can't imagine what she's going through. She's been with her husband since they were 15, and he was just about to turn 45 before he passed away. It's really sad, and my heart absolutely breaks for her and her kids, but I really love how the romance community has come together to support her. So if you want to check out her books, highly recommend any books from her. She's had 2 new releases this year that I've absolutely loved. The first one being Marrying Mr. Wrong. This is the 3rd book in the Dirty Martini Running Club series. This is a super fun series of best friends living in Seattle. It's just super fun, funny. They have such a good relationship, and you kind of see them all getting together with the loves of their lives. And the other new release from Claire Kingsley this year was Chasing Her Fire. This is the 5th book in the Bailey Brothers series, which I absolutely love. This is definitely my favorite book series. Currently, there is one more book left, but this new release was so good and one I've been waiting for since the first book. It kind of all led up to this, and it was really good and long awaited for, but so worth the wait. Like I said before, any support for Claire and her family at this time is like so appreciated, and the whole romance community is kind of backing her at this point and supporting her, so you definitely should go check out her books. If you're more of a sports romance lover, Samantha Whiskey has 2 really great series, Seattle Sharks and Carolina Reapers. It's a hockey series. I'd actually read both full series already, but I really was feeling like a reread. I kind of forgot some of the characters and stuff, and I remembered how much I loved them the first time around, so I decided to do a reread, which was a lot of books with the 2 series together, but it was so worth it. I forgot how much I loved those characters, and they span across 2 full series. Highly recommend if you are a sports fan and a reader fan. This is like the best of both worlds. I didn't realize how many books and series I was rereading this year until I was compiling this list, but another favorite romance series is the Blue Moon series by Lucy Score. I'm actually currently rereading this series, so I'm in the middle of it right now. If you are a small town romance lover, you absolutely have to read this series. It is the best little quirky town ever, and I absolutely love the characters, and there's so much emphasis on family, and not just blood family, but chosen family, and I absolutely love this series and I'm so glad I'm rereading it right now. While all of the romance books I just shared have their moments and some spicy scenes, I would say these next ones definitely take the cake of spiciness. If you do not like raunchy, spicy romance, would not recommend these next series. These are like over-the-top spiciness compared to the other ones are like more small-town romance with their moments. I don't know if that will make much sense unless you are a romance reader, but just the spiciness of these books, beware. The first series is the Wolf Hotel series by Nina West. This is a 4-book series with one couple, which I normally do not like, but this series, guys, it got to me. It's about a girl, goes to Alaska, falls in love with her boss. So good. The spiciness off the charts. And like I said, normally I'm not a fan of one couple's story spanning multiple books. Normally I'm just like, get to the point or like show me different characters in the series, but this was so worth the read, and it definitely needed the full 4 books to kind of cover everything and take you through their whole story. The next series, also very raunchy, also very spicy. It is the American Queen series by Sierra Simone. This series does have MMF seeds in it, so if that's not your jam, don't read these books. But if you love politics as much as I do, these are definitely the books for you. It was really interesting to see kind of the behind the scenes of being the president in a romance sense. A lot of angst in these books too, very crazy things happening. I will not spoil the ending, but let me just tell you, it will wrench your heart and soul and make you want to wither up and cry, which I did cry very much when reading this series, especially at the end. But it's so worth it. So good. And my last favorite series of the year is the Trident Security series by Samantha A. Cole. This is another series that kind of has a lot of angst. There is just a lot going on more than just the romance, which I kind of like. I'm not a big thriller person, but I really liked it in these books when paired with the romance. Again, very spicy. These people own a club of said nature, but the characters are really fun. There's a lot going on, and I really love series where it follows the same group of people and switches what characters in each book, if that makes sense. Basically one whole cast of characters, and each book is focused on a different character. That way you kind of get updates on each couple in the other books, but it's focused on different people in each one. The whole series is really good and branches off into several split series, but the last book in the Trident Security series knocked my socks off. I was not expecting that. Very shocked, but it was really good. Loved every single book in this series. Those are all my favorite books so far of 2021. I have read over 100, so I might have missed 1 or 2 of my favorites, but these are definitely the top ones, most memorable ones I couldn't imagine not reading this year. If you want to see more of my book recommendations or stay up to date with what I'm reading for the rest of the year, you should definitely go follow me on Bookstagram. I will be posting there a lot and everything that I'm reading. I really love reading, really love books. It's a big part of my life, and I want to be able to share more of that on my channel, on my Bookstagram with you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave any comments down below. That really supports my channel and helps my channel grow. And of course, if you're new and love to read like I do, you should definitely stick around and subscribe, join the fam. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next one.